Hi everyone, my name is Kate and I am going to be video blogging about my experience with bonsai. Right now I have no experience with bonsai whatsoever, so this is a whole new adventure for me. And hopefully you and I will both learn something out of it. Basically, over the years I've been kind of collecting information about bonsai, just reading different internet forums and things like that, and just trying to figure out the best way to go about the whole process. And from what I understand, it's very laborious. It can be very time consuming, and it takes a number of years to actually create a product that is worthwhile. That being said, I got interested in bonsais. I got a small starter kit from the bookstore, one of those kind of grow your own in 13 steps bonsai, and they give you some seeds and a very, very tiny dish about yay big to grow in, and that is definitely less than ideal condition for any kind of plant to grow in, especially from the way that those are packaged. But it was enough to get me interested, and I decided to do some more research just to make sure that I knew what was going on. I have more or less a limited background in growing anything. Don't have much of a green thumb in that respect. I tend to like plants that I can keep alive for a very long time without watering them. Very low maintenance plants. So this could be a terrible endeavor, but we'll find out soon enough. So the other day, yesterday, I went to Home Depot and I picked up a plant that I want to make into a bonsai. I got a jade plant. This is my new baby jade plant, and it says on here, it's from cactuscollection.com. It is a jade plant. Sorry about having the door open and the vehicles driving by. It's a jade plant. It is Crassula argentea. That is its Latin name. Native to South Africa, it is a shrub. It has dense floral masses of white star-shaped flowers in winter months. That could be very pretty. It likes porous soil with adequate drainage, needs bright light to full sun, protect from frost, provide bright light and sun, hardy to 36 degrees Fahrenheit, grow to 4 feet plus more tall, water thoroughly when soil is dry. Okay, so that pretty much sums up all we know about this plant. Got all that information off our snazzy little label here. I know that these type of plant can be made into bonsai. I have seen some pictures of them, and I will provide a slideshow at the end of some of the pictures that I have found with these type of plants. This is a succulent, meaning its leaves store moisture, so it can live in drier climates. These leaves also have a waxy coating on them to help keep water from evaporating. This plant has some reddish purple tips on the leaves. I've been told that that is from overexposure to sunlight. I happen to think it looks pretty, but we'll find out. The stems are green with a little bit of the purple. They're not very woody. I also know that they will develop into woodier stems over time. So I'll be breaking up this plant into some smaller segments and trying to propagate as many pieces as I can so I have plenty to play with over the next few weeks. And then today I went to Goodwill to get some containers to plant in. Now these containers are very much less than ideal, but they fit my budget, so I'm going to work with them as best as I can and figure out the best way to try to grow in these containers. I will start off by saying that none of these containers have drainage holes, and that will become a problem later on, I have a feeling, but we'll do what we can. So I got these three. They are plastic. They're round plastic containers, kind of maybe that you'd have salsa in. The price was right, so I thought they were cute. There might be a possibility of drilling a drainage hole in the bottom of these that I will pursue later. Right now my biggest concern is just to get the jade plant into different containers. I chose containers that fit with what I've read of bonsai standards, which are wider than they are deep. These containers, these little black containers, you can see are a little bit wider than they are deep. But I thought they were cute. The next container I found is this one. This is ceramic made of some kind of red clay. I think it was someone's art project at one time. There's a heart in the bottom. I don't know how well you can see it in the glaze. It says, "I love you." So I don't know why this happened to end up at Goodwill. It's signed on the bottom, so I have an original Caroline Weigel piece. So I thought it was adorable. It's got a clear glaze with some crackling and some kinds of brown and black speckling in the glaze. The next one I got is more traditional looking. Again, no drainage, but we'll deal with that. It's just white. I think it's some kind of ceramic. It's kind of tinny sounding, so I'm not totally sure. It's made by Crest Mold Incorporated. I know nothing about that company. Like I said, I found it at Goodwill. This has a cursive engraving on it that says "Moments in Time." Because I don't want to draw attention to that, even though you can't really see it. That will probably be in the back when I'm displaying from this container at this point in time. I have two more containers. These two are identical. They are oval shaped. They're longer than they are deep. I like this lip feature on the top to kind of hold all the soil and the roots in. They also say "Moments in Time" on them. They're from the same type of collection. So that will be faced to the back, so hopefully it won't be as noticeable. I gave all these containers a good wash with soap and water to get rid of any ickies that may be on them from the thrift store. And just to make sure that there was no residual plant matter in them. I think the white ones have been used for floral displays at one point in time. So what the medium I'm going to use to plant the jade plant for now is Sphagnum moss. And I have this Sphagnum moss. It's from the pet store. This is Zoomed brand. And I actually got it for my snake at one point in time. She does not like it. One of the recommendations for her, side tangent, I also like reptiles, is that you use Sphagnum moss to raise the humidity. You soak it in water and it raises the humidity in the tank. She tries to push it out of her hide and wants nothing to do with it. So I figure if it retains water well, maybe I won't have to water this plant as much, and then it won't be quite as much of a problem with the drainage issue if I don't have to water it a whole lot. I saw a video in which a gentleman plants all his bonsai in Sphagnum moss, and I will link to that video as soon as I figure out how to upload and link on a YouTube video. Like I said, I am new at this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my Sphagnum moss, I'm going to go soak it in some water, and then we're going to open up our jade plant and see what's going on, and then do some replanting and analyze where we are from there.